Hey guys, welcome to the Lazy Journalist Podcast, your spot for trending news served with a side of chill vibes. I'm Cam,
I'm Oliver.
and here you'll find unfiltered conversations, raw opinions, and the occasional snack break as we dive into the latest headlines.
Oh, yeah. So grab a cup of coffee
Kick back.
and join us for some laid back journalism.
Yes. Back again. How are you today?
Same time, we're always in sync.
Yes.
I'm doing good. I'm feeling good. It's the start of the week. Everything going on with the holiday and all that other fun stuff. So, yeah, just got to get back to my 9 to 5. How about you?
Yeah.
How are you doing today?
Yeah, glad to hear you had a good weekend. Wonderful start to this Monday. I'm doing good. Just fresh off a plane from Atlanta.
Spice.
Yeah, just did a little scouting, so I'm ready to hit the ground running this week as well.
Love that. Love that. And mentally, you're doing okay too?
Yeah, it was definitely a good refresher trip, and definitely put me into some good mental spaces. What about you?
Same here. Good mental space, feeling good. When you feel good, you are good. So, we love that.
Yeah,
So,
good to hear that, man.
well, the people, we're not going to keep you guys waiting. We know what you guys came here for. You came here for some dun, 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 dun. You came here for some viral news, and we came to serve it to you as journalists. Alrighty, so this week we're gonna dive into your favorite segment on viral and see what we're cooking up for you guys.
Yeah.
And I just want to say before we get started, please make sure you stay until we start reading the comments because that's the funniest part.
Definitely my favorite part of the segment.
So let's get into it honestly. So this week I want to just talk about how a hairstylist got upset at a client for not tipping after a very long session. Have you seen that?
I just recently saw that video, yes, and it was crazy.
I know, right? So what had happened was that there was a stylist that, of course, had someone come in and she did her daughter's hair. And typically the service takes anywhere between 3 to 4 hours, and this time it took 10 hours. The service charge for it is about $130. Typical stuff. I think that's kind of expensive for kids' hair, especially braids.
Okay, so it was a kid.
Yeah. So let me put that in there. It was a kid. It wasn't an actual adult that went to someone's chair and sat down, So moving on, we are going to get into the spicy stuff. So you can see her in the video, how the video starts off with the kid kind of crying a little bit, like in a very sad way, like, get off, like, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? And in the video, the little kid is saying that, and why she's saying that is because the hairstylist is ripping off the door handle, like literally ripping off the door handle. You can see her pull it off.
What? Of the car?
Yes.
Oh my God. That was one of the most shocking parts of the video to me.
Yeah.
Is her ripping off the car handle because the strength that you had to possess for that.
I know, right? I guess that's why she's a braider. So yeah,
Let me not be, I'm gonna be friendly to you braiders.
right? Because if you got that type of on strength to be pulling people's door handles off, So moving further along to why and how they got to the part in the beginning of the video of where you can see her ripping off her car handle. Well, after the service got done, the mother went to, voice her concerns about how she felt about, one, how did the hair come out, and two, why did it take so long? So she said, hey, I'm not really too happy with how you did my daughter's hair, and I'm just not as pleased. You usually get me in here 4 to 5 hours, and today it took 10 hours. I just want to let you know what my frustration is and that I'm not going to be tipping you on this service. The hairstylist didn't like that. She said, she didn't say, but I'm assuming that she said, girl, after 10 hours of braiding your daughter's hair, you're not about to tip me?
Right.
So they both, the daughter and the mother, wanted to leave the shop after saying that. And as they started to walk out the door, the hairstylist was blocking the doorway, not letting them get out. So she said that the mother said that she had to bum guard her way through the door. And as she was trying to get through the door, the hairstylist grabbed her daughter by the shoulder and tried to pull her in to cut her hair. So then after she gets through the doorway, she starts to make her way out into the car. And that's where you guys see in the video that the little girl is crying and the hairstylist is pulling off the door handle. So I just think that, again, like I was saying previously, that $130 for a children's hairstyle is a little bit expensive. I mean, I'm thinking anywhere between 50 to 100. So, and then on top of that, it took a very long time. So I could understand. You guys got to understand. I could understand. But where we have got the misconception in today's culture of service is that they think tips are guaranteed when tips are a friendly gesture of you doing your job well. So don't expect just because you did your job that you're going to get tipped. It's about the way that you did your job. You know, that's where it goes. In a lot of other countries, that tipping is looked at as an insult. They don't even take tips. Mm-hmm. So here in today's society, y'all looking like y'all guarantee tips. And if someone says that they're not happy with their service, I'm a victim of this at all times. If I go out to eat somewhere and I ask you for a water and you got my water 20 minutes later, and then I get my food, like, the more stuff you start to mess up, the more your tip is going to get reduced. I don't care what the occasion is. And if it's really bad, you're not getting anything. And for you people out there that's probably like, oh, well, they make X amount of dollars an hour. That's how they make their money. That is a choice that you make when you signed up for that job. No one's holding a pen to the paper when you said you are okay with that. So I'm not here to give you the money for poor service just because you're not making enough money. That's not how it works. At least not for me if I'm going to give you my tip. So I understand her frustration on going on, you know, not wanting to tip her if she wasn't happy with the hairstyle. Right. Like, she shouldn't. She shouldn't be forced to. And you shouldn't had. So later on in the video, moving on, so she grabbed her daughter. And then what was another gag inside of the video that she was talking about is that she proceeded to come out and chase her to her car after she got through when she bombarded. Mm-hmm. With goons surrounding her car.
That was extra.
That was real extra. Like, why are you? As you can see her saying inside of the video, the interview, that this was a situation that's been taken too far. I definitely agree. Like, it was blown way out of proportion, all over not being tipped. That was the whole principle. Now, the hairstylist being upset at maybe how long it took. You should have, and I've seen people say this in the comments, is that you should have been charging what you wanted to get paid. Period, point blank. Don't undercharge thinking somebody gonna tip you. Charge what you need to keep them light bills on, and then everything outside of that is extra. It's what we consider play money. So I can't get behind that. And the fact that you decided to follow her out to her car, grab her daughter, and then proceeded to still pull on her door handles after you can hear her daughter yelling and screaming and have people surround her car with guns and stuff like that. You know how traumatizing that was for that little girl to go through? You know, and in the end of the interview, you can hear her saying, like, you know, I was really worried about my mommy. I didn't want anything to happen to her because she has a lot of friends. Just basically saying as if what we would say when someone's a good person, you know, she's loved. Mm-hmm. And that's just not right. I just don't personally agree with that. And overall, I think that you people that are going and sitting down in Tom, Dick, and Harry's fucking chair, that you guys should really know who you're sitting down with. Make sure they're a professional. Make sure they have their license, you know? Yeah. Like, just don't be going to people's houses and salons that are not licensed, because when it comes down to filing a complaint, who are you filing a complaint with, you know? Like, you're going to the cosmetology and saying, like, hey, this person doing bad service, and they're like, oh, girl, we don't even know who they are.
Right. It needs to be someone you could sue.
Yes, definitely. I mean, that's why you go to car shops. You don't want to go get your car touched on by someone on the street, because who you going to sue? Same thing when y'all let these people into y'all hair. I've seen it plenty of times. I mean, I've seen a celebrity talk about how the price is even different. Like, you got people that are not even licensed charging $800 for knotless. Like, you don't even have a license to do this. Now, I get it that you don't need to have one for certain things, but, like, if you have a salon and you're in a salon and you have a suite,
$800 for knotless is insane.
It is, literally. Like, I can't. So, yeah, that was pretty much it with that, is that the hairstylist got upset because her client didn't tip her for her daughter's services. Yeah, I think you're wrong. If anything, I will put you in class clown, but I'm not going to put you in there because the universe is going to get back to you. And for the mother that had to go through that, We definitely send our condolences here at the Legit Journalist because you shouldn't have had to went through that. You were not wrong in the situation, and it did get blown out of proportions. Like, she should have not retaliated at you because you decided not to tip her. She did still pay her.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you had your baseline met. It's like yeah. I don't have to tip you, man.
Yeah, it's not. That's where y'all get that again. That misconception of like thinking tip culture is guaranteed when it's not. It's a privilege to get a tip. I mean, if I was working in service, where I'm getting, tipped, I would feel instant gratitude knowing that someone tipped me because I did a good job, not tip me out of pity. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that's that on the situation with that there. We love to take it to the comments and see what you guys had to say. So let's move into these comments and see what was going on here.
This should be good. So this one is kind of spot on to what we were just saying. It says, so wait, she received the payment, just no tip. What do y'all be putting in these drugs?
Honestly, what do y'all be putting in these drugs? Because
you took 10 hours to do a little girl's hair. I mean, honestly, me as the customer, I probably would have left or questioned the service around hour 6.
Yeah, same.
That's just too long.
Yeah, that's just not for no braids. I mean, the braids looked okay, but I think her braids in the interview when she showed her daughter looked way better than what the picture was.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's see what else you guys said. This one's funny. She said, "She'll be under my car before I'll let." She'll be under my car before I'll let her come at my kid with some scissors. Seriously, because the fact that you try to cut her hair on the way out the door when you grabbed her
is insane. These these hairstylists are going to a whole new level.
They are, really. This isn't my first time seeing something like this. It's just shocking that it's with a little girl.
Yeah, and that was going to bring me to my next point. Did you see that video about the nail tech? Mm-hmm. It was almost similar, except for she just wasn't happy with her design. So she just was like, can you change this for me? And she got kicked out of the salon. I understand your business, you can do what you want, but it's like at the end of the day, you're still causing a negative effect.
You are, and that's not doing business the right way. So here's this one right here if you want to read this.
This one says, because she refused to tip, girl, she paid what was owed. She didn't have to tip if she wasn't satisfied with service. Who do y'all think y'all are?
Facts.
It's as simple as that. I mean, a tip is literally just a generous gesture.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's not something that is guaranteed. I don't know how many times I have to say that, but I know y'all get a journalist, but for the people that is not tuned in with us, please know it is not guaranteed for you to get a tip. So
it's not.
And these ones are funny. The way my foot would have hit that gas and used her as a speed bump, ... I don't condone violence, but at this point, I mean,
it kind of would have been self-defense. I mean, they had guns around her. Yeah. I'm putting my foot on the gas pedal to get out of that situation. If I hit somebody, I hit somebody.
Exactly. Exactly.
At this point, because what? Guns?
I know, right? That's just, it's wild.
For a tip, did you want extra $5? Did you want $2?
What did you want?
What did you really want?
What did you want? Here's a dollar. Here's some change. Is this gonna stop you from harassing me and my child? Please get me out of here. Get me out of here.
Psychopath.
And this is the last one here. You want to read this?
She simply says somebody is lying. I would hope so, but unfortunately, this is real.
This is very real. I don't think there's two sides to the story. It's the truth and the truth. That's it. So moving on to our next thing that we're going to be covering here.
On viral. So
South Park makes an episode about Ozempic mocking Lizzo. Did you see that? Did you see that?
I didn't see it.
You didn't?
I did.
Oh, I was going to say, because it's all over the internet. That's why we're talking about it here and on viral. Nah, that was insane, though. I love the way that Lizzo reacted to it. the way her sense of humor that she gave absolute zeros fuck about anything, like that's what you expect people to see when they're comfortable in their skin. And I remember watching the video, what was it, fit versus fat or something like that. And there was a lot of energy going back and forth about how, if you are someone that is over, like a larger sized individual, that when you look in the mirror, you are not in love with yourself due to that reasoning. And that's not true. Like, not everyone wants to look like Hulk Hogan. Not everyone wants to look big and macho. And let me tell you something, especially for our heteros out there, the heteros are really loving dad bods. Like, dad bods have been in, and the men love them some BBWs. So, with that being said, you guys can't be mad at Lizzo because she simply is embracing herself. Like, and she's not promoting obesity like you guys say. She's just a representation of people that look like her. Period, point blank. We all come in different shape and sizes, and just because you're either fit or thin, you should not be excluded out of what normal looks like. Because not everybody got a BBL, not everyone got white teeth, not everyone has straight hairline, not everyone is super fit, not everyone, like, there's so many different stereotypes that are not true. And you guys getting mad at Lizzo and trying to cancel Lizzo because she's out here embracing herself is wrong. And she showed y'all in that video that she gave zero care in the world about that. So I love that she did a blind reaction to it. So she reacted in real time. And I thought the play on South Park was hilarious. Like she said, she's really that girl now. Like, she's written into history. Like, South Park is a legendary show. And now she's written into that history for time and time on. Like, I've seen it promoted on Paramount. I've seen it promoted on a lot of big TV companies. Like, if anything, now's the time to drop an album. Right. Now's the time to do anything. It's free press. Like,
people are watching now, girl.
Yeah, and she's capitalizing off of it by still standing on business. Like, I love that for you, Lizzo.
It's very on brand for her.
Very on brand for her. Yeah. So if you guys haven't seen episodes, I'll just grab a little bits of it. So what they did is that they still were talking about the, Ozempic drug, but instead of calling it Ozempic, they called it Lizzo. And what they were saying that the ingredients in Lizzo was being confident, not caring about your weight, not caring about what anyone says. And there was one quote that said, Lizzo lowered my standards, And I just thought that was realistic because, like, people have your standards so high when it comes to losing weight that, in the video when they say, like, you can feel better by lowering your standards of not wanting to be big. And then they follow it up when they was like, they said, like, and then it went on to, like, a 70% chances are not giving a fuck, like, just bluntly not caring. Yeah. Like, if that's the side effects of, like, being happy, then I love it. And that was the play on it.
I'll take it.
Yeah. Like, that's why I was like, I loved her blind reaction of that. I love that it was like, South Park is a crazy TV show. There's no way for them to talk about anyone positive. If they're talking about you positive on that TV show, that's when you should run. Right. That's when it should be a problem. You know what I mean? Though, so I feel like this was a very soft jab at Lizzo. And yeah, like, and she ate it up. Like, she ate it up like it was a piece of cheesecake. Like, I love that.
Not a piece of cheesecake.
Yes, a piece of cheesecake. But Lizzo also said that she doesn't mind being that person, being that villain that shows people that it's better to love yourself. And I love that. I love that for her. So,
very Taurus vibes.
Very. And yeah, just last but not least, she remained unbothered. If you guys haven't seen her blind reaction, check it out and see it. If you guys haven't seen the episode, watch it. It's hilarious. I watched it myself. It just goes more detailed into it. The jab of it being that the peel was called like Lizzo was hilarious though. Yeah. I thought it was super funny. So yeah, and that's pretty much how that situation went there. We're gonna do best what we do here at the Lazy Journalist, and we're gonna take it to your comments and see what you had to say. So let's see what's going on. So, alrighty, you want to read this one?
Yeah, it says it's South Park. Nobody is safe. Not even Jesus. They talked about him too.
Did they? Or
they
did
probably
they not?
do. I'm not a big South Park person, but I remember seeing his character on there before. So
yeah, they did.
I'm sure they have.
They did. They did like a whole 2-3 part episode about him.
Yeah, they have on Family Guy, so of course South Park too.
This one says Lizzo's always a victim. Damn, do you ever laugh, Big Back? Now, y'all gotta chill. Because some stuff is funny, and then some stuff is really funny, and this is really funny right here. And like, yeah.
But she's wrong because Lizzo didn't care.
Right. Big Back though.
You're wrong, girl. Right. Big Back.
It's like
that's taking it too far.
This is like everything was perfect what you said, but you just had to add Big Back. You just
Why?
had to. Why? If this is your comment below, please
let
come
us
on.
know why below.
Please come on, claim your comment on here because you know you wrong.
Oh, that's hilarious. It's another one on here that says, she is new here. Family Guy and South Park never give one damn about anyone, and I mean anyone. They don't.
At all.
They
Zero.
will add anybody into their skits.
Think
I
about
haven't kept up with South Park, but maybe I need to. Like, they're probably super funny.
Yeah, I don't watch them as much, but like if it's on in passing, it's especially newer South Park now.
Mm-hmm.
I think older South Park was really hard to watch because it was so much a shock culture.
Yeah,
You know,
very
but now
raunchy.
it's kind of like easing into it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Everybody's so sensitive now.
yeah, I miss when comedy was a little bit dark though. That was the good stuff. So you want to read this one?
Yeah, it says, yo, I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty epic. You know you made it when South Park is talking about you. And honestly, aside from a few digs in the commercial, the overall message was a good one. And that's honestly how I felt too. You know what I mean? Like, literally, that comment perfectly said.
See, this is how you make money. Not all, what they say, not all press is bad press.
Yeah. And sometimes you just gotta learn how to laugh at yourself.
Yeah, for sure. You have to. Not everything is so sensitive. You know, it's a joke. It says, this next comment says, LMAO, why would they name it Lizzo?
Seriously, though, that is so funny, though. Like,
I know. Like, and this is the thing that, like, is so funny about just, like, being in a celebrity and being in the light of day is that, like, anyone, anywhere can take a jab at you and you can't do anything but just pretty much just sit there and just go with it. You can sue. You can get it taken down as much as you want, but yeah, that's what comes when you're living in the public light. You know, she can't even walk around here in a bathing suit without them saying, you're promoting obesity. Like,
right.
I'm just wearing a bathing suit.
I'm just wearing a bathing suit.
Like, come on now, love.
That is crazy.
So, and this is, I believe this is the last comment here. Okay, we got a couple more.
Okay, nice. I'll take a jab at this one. It says, why is she up there looking like a black Cynthia doll from the Rugrats? And that is looking hilarious because she kind of did.
Yeah, in the video, her reaction, it was given Cynthia doll.
The hair was kind of just everywhere a little bit. She already has the same little almond shape.
When she said she didn't care.
She didn't. She was really doing a blind reaction.
Yeah, like unfiltered, uncensored, like all that. I'll read this one. She made it. She's being a good sport, and she's right. She's a pop culture icon. Love that for you.
Yeah, love that for her too.
You want to read this last one for us?
Yeah, Lizzo had a lot of comments said about her. It says, okay, so what happened about the shit them dancers was saying she did to them? I heard about that in the news, and I mean, I really didn't even know what was going on, really, but it seemed to have died over.
Yes.
As most things.
Most things do. When they hate, if they not hating on you, I don't know if you're doing anything right, honestly.
Yeah.
And that's why eventually we'll have our hate mail here so you guys can hate on us. Because we love it. We love that for you. So that was everything that was said about the whole South Park versus Lizzo. You know, let us know how you feel about it. If there's anything else you want to share with us, journalists, leave the comments below. But instead, we're going to move on. So we're going to move on to our next thing here. President Biden is hiring for a Mimi manager.
Wow, Biden.
Yes.
On the campaign trail.
On the campaign trail. Literally. He's like, let me get someone in here. It better be someone young and fresh. Someone outside of the box. Let me get him in here.
He needs somebody taking off guards of him on the campaign trail, probably.
Probably so. Or just showing him what is a meme.
What is a meme? Exactly. I can see that.
So what was listed here, just in case you guys want to apply, the salary is anywhere between $65,000 and $85K a year. You have to, I'm gonna say you have to, but the job is located in DC. The role is really made for people that are just like us, that are either podcasts, have digital firms, social media accounts, etc. So if you guys are looking for a new job and you want to work for the government, doing something very simple that who knows what the highest level of education is for this, you can tap in with Mr. Biden himself and become his meme manager. I mean, maybe we should do that.
Yeah.
Maybe we can just report all his memes here, and he can have a home here.
Yes.
On the Lazy Journalist. Maybe we can do that for you, Mr. Biden, or anyone that's working for him. If you're looking
President Biden.
That's right, President Biden. If you're looking for any candidates out there that you want to serve you and our country well, hire us here at the Lazy Journalist. We're gonna take care of you. We even already do that because we have a segment here called Meme Masters, and we can just do it all for you. So
send you the memes and let you know what they mean.
So just a couple more details about the qualifications. You need to have 2 to 4 years in media experience. You just want to have some deep expertise with digital media, landscaping, internet trends and stuff like that. Opportunity to make content. So if you just sitting there thinking you're going to take a screenshot of something, that's not going to cut it. And then make sure that you want to work to align with everything. And then just the ability to thrive in a fast pace. Experience, they say, but the contract is negotiable, but it's not a requirement. So some of you girlies can get your foot in the door. Okay. So we're going to take it to the comments real quick, and we're going to get up out of on viral.
Get your foot in the door working with the president. Love that.
I love that, too. Yeah. Like I said, President Biden, if you need us, we're just a phone call away. We're in our office right now. So you want to read these ones?
Yeah. Someone said, if y'all don't clear these effing student loans, hey, I get that because he's doing everything but what he promised.
I know, right?
That's another conversation. I'm not even going to mention that on here.
It is. It really is another conversation for tomorrow. Those that have student loans, get them things cleared.
This next one. Want to read this one?
No, go ahead.
It says, I've been saving-ish since 12. Where can I file an app out? That's hilarious because I have tons of memes too.
Ton of them.
And if all he needs is someone for something as simple as that, I'm here for it.
Here for it.
You can have my secret folder.
Yeah, for the 85K.
Right.
For sure.
Definitely.
I'll read this one. We all qualify. LOL. We've been on the gram for a few years. Laughing face.
Very, very true.
Very true. Next one says, working for the president and making less than 6 figures in this economy is crazy. I don't care that it's memes. Sir, we don't care. We don't care. You don't care. We don't care. We just want to get paid. And yes, it is low for that bracket, but if your job all day is to sit on social media and find trends for 65 to 85K a year without experience,
yeah,
I think that pays more than just a regular, huge, larger general manager position at any company. So you're lucky to get 100K at some of these places. So be grateful. And that's it. We want to wrap it up here on Viral, and that is what we have for you guys this week, discussing the latest trends that came on our eyes. So let's give it up for On Viral. Yes. Alrighty, so moving on to the next thing here. We're bringing back one of your segments that we kind of dived into, and with it being just the start of the week, we want to kind of be less serious and more funny. And we want you guys here, journalists, to get to know me, Oliver, and him,
Cameron, or Cam for short is my name.
So we're going to play a little game here called Been There, Done That, where we go through a list of questions and we take a sip of what may be alcohol. And if we done that, we'll take a sip. If we haven't, We won't be taking any sips. So we'll go back and forth here. 10 questions. Let's get it on.
I kind of skimmed through these questions, and some of these questions are a little bit spicy, you guys.
They are. They're real spicy.
All right. What is the first one? Kick us off, Oliver.
Alrighty. Not you taking a sip before.
I'm fucking up the game.
Here we love to just,
I'm still in Party City, y'all.
Right, okay, party from the weekend. So, have you ever slid into someone's DM and regretted it immediately after? Take a sip. I have.
Yes.
Because, honestly, sometimes I'll jump in someone's DM and then I'll block them before they can reply because obviously I shouldn't have been in your DMs.
That's wild. I haven't done that. I have not done that.
You see that message there 1 minute and it's gone the next because I took it back.
Yeah. Luckily, with iPhones, you can now unsend. That's hilarious. All right. Let's see what the next one is. Right here. Have you ever had a celebrity crush so intense you made a shrine to them in your room? Ooh. No.
No, here neither. I love my celebrities, but it's never been that serious for me. It never gave that.
Yeah, that's almost a little bit obsessive.
It is. It's a little bit. And stan culture out there, we talked about stan culture plenty of time before. You can check out some of our other episodes. Yeah, it's insane. Only stan cultures that we like are the journalists, and that's it. We only mess with y'all.
If y'all got a little shrine to us, that's okay.
Yeah, that's not. That's not. You deserve some merch, actually.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Should I read this one?
Next, yes.
Ooh,
go ahead.
Dun, 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 dun. Have you ever watched a reality TV show solely for the drama?
Yeah, I have. At one point in time, that's all reality TV was.
Yes, I used to love some HBIC New York.
Yeah.
She was my girl. I literally watched that just for the drama, and I don't know, I was maybe 8 or 9 when it was coming out, and it was tea. It was tea.
Yeah, definitely. Something like the Bad Girls Club, you just always knew it was going to be some drama.
Yeah. And it honestly, it kept me from being in drama, so.
Yeah, just living vicariously through people. I didn't have to live it myself, so. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
All right, let's move on to this next question. It says, have you ever sent a text to the wrong person while gossiping about them? I've sent the text to the wrong person, but I don't want to say I was gossiping about them at that moment.
Yeah, same here. I don't really gossip about other people. If I have something to talk about you, I'm gonna say it to your face. Maybe came close at work sometime when we're talking, but yeah, for the most part, don't do that. So this one says, have you ever pretended to laugh at a joke just to fit in?
Maybe not to fit in, but it's how you laugh at a joke that's not really funny just so they don't feel bad.
I have done that. I have been guilty of that.
Or if it's somebody you like and you oh, I want them to think they're funny, so I'm gonna laugh at this joke a little bit.
Yeah, been there, done that too.
Funny. But never to fit in.
It never gave fit in.
Yeah. I'm trying to think about a time that is was to fit in. I'm just I never laughed at a joke fit in. If your joke's not funny, it's not funny.
It's not. You're not getting no laugh from us.
Okay. No. Moving on. We have you ever binge watched an entire season of a TV show in one sitting? I'm going to take a gulp to that.
Okay.
I definitely have a few times. Those good comedies. Have you seen this show on Netflix called One Day at a Time?
Never.
Oh my goodness. It's a sitcom about this Hispanic family, and it's so funny. I finished it in one day. It was funny.
Wow. I love that. Some stuff really do suck you in like that. we were just having this discussion before. Would you rather a company drop episodes and update each week, or would you rather them drop a whole season? And from the sound of it, they dropped the whole season, so you would prefer the whole season.
The whole season.
Because you want to get through it. Like, everyone wants to binge watch something.
And I think I binge watched Bridgerton too.
You know what? I'm going to drink to that because I did watch a short film Netflix series before. It was like 15-minute episode, 20-minute episodes, and it was really good.
Oh, okay, yeah, definitely drink to that. That's something. Definitely drink to that. It's easy to binge watch anything these days.
Oh yeah. So let's see. Have you ever tried to recreate a viral dance move and failed miserably?
No.
Yeah, I'm not a big dancer, and I'm not gonna do anything on the internet. Well, wait a minute. I might have done the Harlem. You know, I was just watching this the other day. Remember the video? We should cover this in Meme Masters. The one where everyone would go, it'd be like, do the Harlem Shake, and then everybody would start dancing like crazy.
Yeah,
I did do that before.
Back in the day.
I did do that before, but it was a success. It was a hit. So, what do we have here? We have this one.
What is next? Have you ever made plans with someone and then immediately regretted it after? Yes. That's, as a Taurus, that's very on brand.
Very on brand. I've done that just in multiple occasions. Just like, yeah, sometimes I'm just like, this ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
I just need to, no. But I go there and I'm chipper because as an Aquarius, we're gonna be very smiley on the inside, but we are plotting to head out that door in minutes, and you don't even know it. So, yeah. Let's see. Have you ever pretended to like a song just to fit in at a party? I'll drink to that because I went to this one Latino place and I didn't know what the heck they were playing, but it sounded good. And I didn't want to seem like I wasn't dancing, so I'll drink to that.
I'll drink to that too.
Alrighty, well, those are
I guess I should have read pretended to know a song because I definitely like the Latin songs, but I didn't know them. So I wasn't pretending to like it, but I was pretending to know it. That's just me.
That's true too. Yeah, it could have been, either or.
Yeah.
So, but we ran through those 10 questions already. So that was that. We have some bonus questions, and these bonus questions are going to be for me and Cam to battle for. So we're going to rock, paper, scissors, sees who wins.
Yes.
And then whoever wins gets to pick the question for the person. So let's do it.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Got him this time.
I knew that was gonna happen.
Him.
You know what's so crazy? I knew that was gonna happen. I was like, he's not gonna pick scissors. He's not gonna pick rock because of what I said last time about rock. I was like, he's gonna pick scissors. I said, but I don't want to pick rock to beat his scissors just in case he picks paper.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I knew that I should win my first instinct. It's cool. Go ahead, pick one of the bonus.
Ooh, I'm gonna ask you. Okay. Have you ever used a fake name or identity on a hookup app?
Oh yeah. That's almost like a given at this point.
I haven't done that yet. I need to.
Yes, you do. If you haven't,
I do live by a lot of aliases, but that's not one.
what a shame. All right,
I'll
ask you one.
Okay.
So we can see what we know about Oliver, guys. So let's see what we can dig up. See, some spicy ones in here, y'all. There's some spicy ones under this bonus questions. Oh, okay. Have you ever kissed someone within minutes of meeting them?
I'm gonna take a gulp to that because I've done that multiple times.
No. If it's anything, I'm not kissing anybody.
I'm not a kisser anymore, guys, but in my younger days, I used to be a lot more wilder. 2020 year, there was some crack in it. I don't know what it was, but I was just doing stuff that I shouldn't have been doing. And one of those things were going to bars and clubs and meeting someone and instantly being like, they're the one. And the next thing you know, we're slobber on slobber. And that's just how that ended. So now I'm not a kisser. You couldn't pay me $20 to kiss me. And that's pretty low.
Well, we heard it here first, guys.
I drew this one here. Have you ever judged someone's entire personality based on their choice of Grindr profile picture?
We supposed to just do one question each.
One question each. See,
but he already asked it.
I'm asking the last two. I want to drink to this too. Because sometimes it is all about the profile picture. I think I know you because of that. We had one more spicy question in here, but we're going to wrap it up for you. So that's been it here in our game called Been There, Done That. And yeah, we're just going to take it away from here. So
Next time. Yeah, let us know what you guys think of that. You know, you feel like you're learning more. You want some more in-depth questions. What you thinking? More spicy questions? Let us know.
Tap in, journalists.
Yeah. And we're going to move on to our segment, Worldly Insights.
Yes, let's get into it. What's going on around the world?
It's been a little bit crazy, and I always know I say that, but it kind of is, though. But more so with international affairs this week. Okay. It's kind of been a lot going on, but I want to start here at home. Trump and his hush money trial have been going on for quite some time. It's been a long trial, but it's wrapping up. It's at its closing arguments, and this is when things really get good. You know, the closing arguments is the interesting part, only because this is when both sides, the defense and the prosecution, are going to be able to try to paint a narrative for the jury, try to let people know, like, is he guilty? Is he not? Try to persuade people, pretty much. So this is where a lot of people are going to like really be looking at this case under a microscope to pretty much try to be the jury as well. You know, so you might be hearing a lot about what's going on and what's been said with this. But ultimately, only the 12 people in there can make the decision. But it's just going to be interesting to see this play out. So
yeah, I definitely want to see how it's going to play out. I think everyone should be held accountable for their actions, no matter what stature you are. You should be held responsible.
Yeah, they're trying to say that his lawyer, Michael Cohen, was the one who orchestrated all of this, when it really was Trump who orchestrated it all. So they're trying to use him as a scapegoat, which I find interesting.
They're always trying to blame someone other than the person it is.
Yeah. And I'm just like, if he gets convicted, will he be able to run?
They're going to make a new law up overnight that says that he can. I wouldn't put it past him.
I wouldn't put it past him at all. I just can see, I believe that.
The fact that he's on trial right now and he is still able to run says a lot.
On trial and on the campaign trail at the same time. It's quite insane. Anyway, moving on to one of a little segment that's a little bit lighter. There is a record number of travelers this Memorial Day in the U.S. I was like, that's kind of amazing. You know, after post-COVID stuff, people are kind of finally getting back to normal 4 years after COVID. You know what I mean? It was about a little under 3 million people who went through TSA this past Friday. Yeah, and the latest high was maybe, I think they said last November, the day after Thanksgiving.
That makes sense.
Yeah, right. That's what I said. The day after Thanksgiving, a lot of people are going back home. So I was like, that's a lot lighter. You know, I love that people are out here traveling. Me being one of them who checked through TSA. And I was like, that's so funny. Like, I'm included in one of those numbers.
You are. I wish I was.
Yeah, soon enough, you know. And that's really it for, like, national news, national headlines. Not too much has been taking place at home, but there's been a lot going on overseas. Drop the mic.
Too much.
Yeah, honestly, too much. So moving over to the Middle East with Benjamin Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel, he says that he's made a big mistake, not in regards to the whole Gaza and the Palestine killings, But in regards to a recent attack on the Rafah area, which is a piece of land on the Gaza Strip, which is part of Palestine's land, which houses civilians. So they said they were responding to gunfire, and they like pretty much ran around a corner and just started randomly shooting, apparently, and they killed a dozen civilians.
Not a dozen. Not a dozen.
Like
that's not.
That's crazy.
The excuses y'all be pulling out of y'all hats be so insane. Like they be like, there's a lie and there's just blunt. There's just what are you doing?
And this was a big mistake. Like, and it's almost like a disingenuous type of, not even apology, but a disingenuous statement. Kind of like just saying sorry just to say sorry. Because, like, you don't think this was a big mistake because you probably didn't really care if they died or not. You know?
Not at all.
Yeah, and it's just it's a lot going on with that. Honestly, a few countries have pretty much declared and stated their support for Palestine, as far as recognizing Palestine as its own state, as its own little area, its own city state in that nation. I mean, in that region. Norway, Sweden, and I want to say somewhere else. So it's kind of just like the growing support for Palestine is hard to, not look at. Israel, maybe you are taking this too far. Did that ever cross your mind? I don't know. Anyway, moving on to some more international news. Papua New Guinea, I meant to look at where this was in the world. I believe it's the mountains of Paris, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure. I believe it's in Central America, though. Papua New Guinea, there was a landslide, and it killed 2,000 people.
Oh, my goodness. Not 2K?
2K, yes. And the way the villagers found out, it happened in the middle of the night. The way the villagers found out is an older woman said she heard voices screaming from the ground. And I was like, that must have sounded terrifying.
That sounds like the ancestors came back from the dead.
Right.
And like
we're being haunted.
Yes, that's what that sounds like.
Yeah. Scary stuff. Condolences to everyone, and our prayers are with you all. Seriously, because stuff like that doesn't make the news.
It doesn't.
So
that's why we cover it here on the Lazy Journalist, just about everything that goes on, because like we send our condolences out to those that were involved in that type of situation there. I mean, imagine it happened in the middle of the night and you're not even knowing what's going on, and the next morning you wake up to hearing voices. That would just the trauma. It's crazy.
Yeah. Oh. Anyway, moving on. North Korea launches its second satellite. The only difference between this, though, is it's a military spy satellite, and it's the second one of its kind.
That's why they be shooting that stuff down. Like, that's why I don't. You know what? I ain't got nothing to say.
Yeah, it's insane. North Korea is really making some really crazy advances, like, because they have a really rocky relationship with South Korea. Mm-hmm. But the fact that they're doing these almost like passive aggressive type of things with this satellite launch, it's almost like just trying to let you know, like, we're still here. We can fuck with you if we want to. Something like that. It's just very bully-like.
Yeah, it gives bully. It gives that. The moment you got to send something up to spy on your competition, like, I can't wait for someone to shoot it down and be like, I caught the ops lacking, because, like...
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see if they do, if South Korea reacts. The U.S. and a few other countries stated to them that they didn't like this, but they really didn't give a fuck. They didn't care. Moving on, across a little in the same region, South Asian area, Taiwan just got a new president.
Oh, okay.
Taiwan and China have rocky relationships because China pretty much claims ownership of Taiwan.
Oh, yeah, because they're a dictatorship.
Yeah. So. And Taiwan is a democracy.
Wow, yeah. I don't know how they snuck that out.
Yeah, they're their own area. I want to say it's something with the history between China and Taiwan. I want to say they broke off years and years ago. But China still bloopers, guys. China still has a mental hold on them a little bit. So if you don't know, the U.S. and Taiwan have had relations years and years that go back and forth. We've been supplying them with aid to try to deter China from ever building a relationship with them. Pretty much like the new kid on block is giving you lunch money to let you know that these are the cool kids. You know what I mean? That's what U.S. is trying to do with Taiwan. So they got a new president, and we sent some lawmakers over there, a few people from Congress, to try to give the new president a warm welcome. Pretty much let them know that like we favor democracy.
Yeah,
don't lean towards China.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
So that was fun to see that that the continuing relationship between Taiwan and the U.S. is growing. But you know what pissed me off? And this is going to piss off a lot of journalists too. Actually, and this is why I'm bringing it up. Taiwan just received a $2 billion aid package from the U.S. $2 billion. Biden.
Where are we getting this money from? Where are we getting this money from? This is why over and on viral, while it makes sense. I mean, he's looking for a meme campaign.
You're manager. The meme, sir.
65 to 85K. Like, where are you getting all this money from?
But you sending $2 billion. And we still paying student loans.
And that's exactly why we brought it up to your attention, journalists. Do what you do best. The internet remains undefeated at all times.
To the comments.
Always.
And that is all we have for worldly insights. And that is the global edition as well. I hope that was informative for you guys. I hope y'all learned a little things. I hope it was a little bit comical. And I hope they pissed you off just a little bit.
Just a tad bit. Give it up for that.
All right. And sliding on into Oh My Zodiac. And I want to keep it light for y'all today. I know we usually do the week ahead readings on Mondays, but I want to keep it a little fresh. Okay. Let's do something different. So I found a few sources, and one of our favorites is CoStar, but I found a few of my favorite tarot readers and my few Zodiac readers and stuff like that. And I want to offer some love messages to you guys.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I love that.
Start the week off with some love.
Yeah.
Love that. So, fire signs. Let's see what your love life looks like here soon. It says, someone unexpectedly falling for you. I'm hearing falling for you.
I think I'm falling for you.
By Nicki Minaj on this one. Okay. Somebody is unexpectedly falling for you, fire signs. You are a charming being. Be careful with that charm. It says FaceTime with this person or FaceTime with someone you love or care about. Do that. You might be needing some FaceTime or some face-to-face time. You never know.
That's spicy.
Indulge in both.
Do both.
Someone saying I feel connected to you, or you saying that to someone. Feeling connected to someone. Who have you been feeling connected to?
Tap into it.
I'm feeling a water sign, maybe an air sign, fire sign.
Wouldn't that be the opposite?
Sometimes opposites attract. Nice. Moving on to my favorites, my water signs. Love you guys. We have our little polar opposites because fire and air go together and water and earth go together. Water nurtures earth and air nurtures fire. So that's why opposites can attract sometimes because they just tend to go the other way. Water signs, I see wine, a music playlist, creating one or someone giving you one. Receiving flowers, maybe as a celebration or a thanks. Maybe literally receiving your flowers as a congratulations or a recognition of something you're doing.
I can see that.
Yeah, from a loved one. Here for that. Air signs, moving on. A sweet conversation. having some deep conversations with someone or someone confessing their feelings for you. Maybe that has happened. Maybe it is going to happen.
I'll speak on it for earth signs. Y'all know we love deep conversations, no matter what is regarding. It could be regarding a conspiracy theory, and we're in love.
Yeah.
We think that person just has everything. Because if we lived in a life where you had to pay by knowledge, that's the only life we want to live in. So,
very air sign like. Yes, here for that. It says spending money on you, so a little self love.
oh yeah, that's spot on.
Yeah, do that.
A lot of air signs are acts of service people. So
I can see that. Sexting, moving forward with someone. So, a little spicy in the love department for air signs. I see. Can you vouch for that?
we don't do no sexting over here. We like to see it in real life.
Is that so?
We do. We like to see it in real life.
Drop the bomb for that one. Heard it here first from air sign himself. And I have my last but not least earth signs love messages for this upcoming week. Someone saying, I wasn't expecting to care about you this much. Maybe you're imprinting on someone. Earth signs, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Who are you?
Can you speak on that?
I have not heard that from anyone recently, but it might be a feeling I've been picking up on from someone. That is for sure. Self-love for our earth signs.
Oh my gosh. Y'all, the only way that y'all didn't understand what he meant by that is hilarious.
Real tea. Yeah, self-love for you earth signs as well. I'm seeing the heart chakra needs work. And I've been seeing this a lot lately. Like, I've been looking around at a bunch of other readings and stuff, and it's been pointing at like a lot of self-love for earth signs. So, maybe I need to give myself a pat on the back a little bit more.
Just a tad bit.
Yeah.
Just a tad bit.
And you others out there as well, Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorns. Also, lastly, for earth signs, I'll never stop loving you. Someone having this feeling about you. Someone constantly providing acts of service.
Can you speak on that one?
Honestly, yeah, a little bit. I mean, we tend to leave our mark on people, honestly. I feel like that's more specifically a Taurus trait, but I know that it does resonate with a lot of other earth signs too. I can't say I've heard this recently. However, I know of one person who embodies this behavior. Yeah.
TTT.
Real T. So, these love readings were a little bit hard-hitting for me. But I'm going to also take it with a grain of salt. Just like you guys should too, you know what I mean? Take what resonates and leave what doesn't,
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
That's literally what it's all about. And, if any of these actually do resonate with you, then of course, you leave your comment below.
Yeah. Well, I think that was the end of On Viral, y'all.
The end of On Viral?
Yes, that was the end of My Zodiac.
Oh, My Zodiac, easy enough.
Once again, been there, done that is catching up on us once more. Been there, done that.
Been there, done that. Yeah, it was a good little recap. I love the reading of, instead of it being, your typical casual stuff on a Monday, it's a little bit of love. Love is always in the air. It might not be February, but every single day is Valentine's Day. So just you guys having your love reading to know what signs to look for as you guys are watching this, just be aware, Take this with a grain of salt at the beginning of the week and kind of see if any of these signs point out to you. And as Cam said, it's not just your main zodiac side, it's also your rising and other that too.
Yeah, your moon and your rising sign too. Yeah, make sure you're aware of that.
Yeah, so see if that fits there for you. But I love that. Let's give it up for Cam and covering our favorite segment here called
Thank you.
Oh, My Zodiac. So we kept it a little bit spicy for you guys this week. We just want to say subscribe to our Patreon, subscribe to everything that we're on out there. You know,
social medias, follow us. Feel free to shoot us a DM.
Yes, I have said multiple times that we will be starting up our hate mail and just other stuff to kind of hear. Leave your comments, leave your concerns, leave everything. Give us something to do here when we're in the office.
Yes.
So, and we've had plenty of drinks here tonight, and no one sponsored our drinks. So if you wanted to sponsor any of our drinks inside of Been There, Done That, please let us know. Other than that, though, I think that I am needing more than coffee, but it's not Friday, so I guess we should get some coffee. So I think we're going to grab a cup of coffee.
And kick back.
And join us next time for some laid-back journalism. And just like that, another episode done. Right on time.
Yep. That was cool. We are. It's just a natural flow at this point. Oh, yeah. We just be recording and in and out, having our little segments. We got our own little personalities down with the show, with the camera.